everybody, it's fathertimenc. You have to excuse the mess. I've been making videos and I got stuff going on here. I plan on making me a mount for a camcorder on top of my scope. I got the see-through scope. As you can see from there, the scope cam, I'm using my phone. But I want to be able to look through my scope, and plus I want to be able to zoom in, so when I start hunting this thing and shooting with it outside, I can zoom in. So I'm making me a mount to go on top of the scope. So I got me some scope rings. As you can see, I got this one right here. It's got this little kind of bevel, and just kind of doing this the cheap way. It's going to be, I think, pretty sturdy. So I just went and got me a sturdy light switch plate. What I'm going to do, that goes in there and it's going to click sideways like that. You can see it holds in there pretty firm like that. Then I'm going to mount this on my scope like that. And then I got a mount that it comes with my Sony camera, but it's also going to work with pretty much anything it takes that kind, which is camcorders, pretty much anything. I got to cut this down because what I'm going to do, this is adhesive. This is going to go in there. I got to make a little notch in there, so I'm going to take this JB Weld epoxy, fill that in so it definitely won't move, no movement, it won't go nowhere. Then this is going to go like that, which I'm going to trim this down each side. That way it's just going to be just a little bit bigger than this mount. And what happens is when you put your camera on this, this just slides into that. That way I can take it on and off as I want. Of course it flies over there. But yeah, that's my plans. I'm gonna epoxy this up first, get it nice and secure. Then I'm gonna cut it. Then I'm gonna paint it after I put the this on there. Get it fixed where it's nice and flush. Then I'm gonna paint that all black, and then I can mount it on top of my AirForce air gun. And then I have me a mount for my camcorder. It'll be right on top of my scope, so wherever I point the scope, the gun at, the camera will be pointed there too, and I can just zoom in to where I want it to. And that's the plan. So I don't know about if I need to. I don't think, as long as you kind of hold back off on the, you don't zoom in too close, because the camera I got in mind, it zooms very well. I have plans on, it's a Canon, I have plans on getting it. I was gonna get it this weekend, but I'm gonna wait till I get this built and get it on there. But it should work pretty good. I think I'll like it. Alright, that's my plan. We're gonna work on this. We're doing the epoxy, and I'll get back to you. Alright guys, put some the epoxy in just a bottle cap, mixing it up. You see I taped off the back of that so there's no holes through it. Mixing this up, so I'm just gonna pour some of it in there and make a little bit of mess. That's what we like doing, making a mess. Alright, we're gonna get this cleaned up. Alright guys, I'm back. I got a mess. I had a Dremel tool. This is what I got. I cut this down to this using a spiral cutter, and then I just kind of, I got a little sander on there, sand it down. I kind of dug out that spot right there, so it'll go over that little hump. Then what we're going to do is take the adhesive off, and so it will fit like that, and then it won't go anywhere. Alright, we're going to finish it up. I don't know if I'm going to paint it. I don't know if I've got some paint here somewhere. We'll paint it, we'll let it sit overnight, and I'll install it tomorrow and take another video of it, and I'll get this thing posted tomorrow. Alright everybody, I'm done with it. I had some plastic dip, so I just used plastic dip, coat it where it was white. See, I trimmed it around to where the camera mount was. What's going to happen is that, I said, we'll just slide into there, camera will be mounted on there. I'm fixing to mount it onto the gun, and once I get it on there and set, you'll see what it looks like. I'm just going to mount this one for right now. I'm not going to use it on there, just so you'll have a reference of what it's going to look like, because this don't zoom, so it don't do much good. Close up, that'd probably be alright, close up, but if you any distance, nope. But that turned out pretty good. That plate was just like $1 something, that wall light plate. I already had this from that camera. The scope rings were, I think, 25. I thought they were cheaper, but when I got up there, I must have them in the wrong place. So, but it'll work out. These are 30mm scope rings, because most of my scopes are, I get 30mm tubes. Eventually I will get a different scope than this. This is just a cheap scope I got to throw on here, but eventually I'm gonna get a better one for it, and I get another 30mm, and of course I can just pop that on there. Also later on, if I want to be able to tilt and move my camera around, I'll probably find something to add to, just add to this. That's some kind of adapter I can put onto this, where I can have this in there and then have the adapter where it tilts and rotates, and have the camera on that. But for now, this should point wherever the gun barrel is pointed at, and it should line up just fine for what I want. Alright, I'll get right back to you. I'm gonna get it on the gun and get it mounted. Alright, I got it mounted on there, I got it leveled. You see I still got the scope cam on there. So pretty much this is how it's going to mount the when I get my camcorder. It's going to go just like this does. Should have got me a screwdriver. I'll do it by hand because I ain't leaving it on here anyway. See how that fits, and then that's just going to slide right in there. Simple as that. That's the way the camcorder will fit. It's going to be right in line with the barrel, scope, and it'll be over the scope, so should do pretty good. The only thing I need left, I about got everything. This rifle's about complete. Eventually, like I said, I'll probably get me another scope. I've been thinking I really want a ATN, one of the new 4K night sights put on here. Of course, it's a 30mm tube, so I can still use this. And yes, it does have video in there, but it's not it zooms, but I want to get a close-up zoom. That's why I want to put a camcorder on it, so I can put both in there and have better quality to slow down the do some slow motion in there so you can see the pellet. I am eventually going to get a shroud for this because, like I said, it is pretty loud. I need an air tank. Right now I use a hand pump. Eventually I'm going to have to get a compressor, but I don't shoot it down too far, so I can just pump it back up with a hand pump, so it's not too bad. But yeah, we ain't got much longer. It's going to start getting cool weather, squirrel season to be in, and all that. Take this thing out and see what I can do with it. And then I want to get definitely night vision for it. So if I get a shroud, I'll just get back here in the backyard and get something. Put something out there to bait some rats or some raccoons or something and take them out. But definitely when I get me a house, like I said, I live in an apartment right now, so can't really do it. But when I get me a house, I definitely, on my days off, I'm definitely going to be out there at night doing some night hunting. So I just wanted to bring that to you. Pretty not expensive thing to do. I think it's going to work out really good. Not bad at all. Alright guys, take it easy.